Hey guys, it's Chris, and yes, I am back. Finally, I did not mean to take so much time away, and I do apologize. I am going to get in front of the camera and do a video explaining what's been going on. Um, a lot of craziness. Like my body's just been kind of going crazy, and it was really kind of bumming me out. We do believe I'm in like early perimenopause, and that's what was causing a lot of these bonkers symptoms that were kind of coming up over the past couple of months, few months actually, unexpectedly. I was really frustrated because the weight that I'm trying to lose is really just hanging on and not wanting to go away. It's the process is so slow with it right now, and that's the doctor said that's more than likely what is happening. So I think she's going to run some hormone tests and everything. But I'm very young for perimenopause. But she said when you start menstruating early, you can start that early as well. And I started when I was 11, y'all. Yeah. So I'm ready for this to be done. But anyways, I am going to react to a couple of videos that are a week or two old right now, just to kind of give my thoughts on it and get back into the swing of things. I'm trying to come back at it just without pulling any punches, and I don't want to be like blatantly mean or rude for no reason, but if the snark, if stuff like that, the Gen X attitude isn't your thing, I understand if you don't like it and you don't want to watch. There's something out there for everybody, but for those of you who are here and like it and stick around, I love you guys. I appreciate you all being so patient. I've missed talking and interacting with you guys, so you're the best. And I'm ready to get the channel up to 2,000 subs by the end of the year and get back into it. And when I do that video, that update video, I will also kind of give you a little briefing on what I am envisioning for the channel for the rest of the year and what I hope that will look like. And of course, Frodo is sitting here jumping and playing on me right by the microphone. So if you hear him making his little grumbles and grapes, those of you who know, you know, he's always right here beside me, my little shadow. And I'm definitely going to be on camera a lot more now. That's something that I've been really nervous about, but I want to get myself out there. So this video is going to be reacting to Amber's Let's Talk About My Weight Gain. And let me tell you guys, bitch is lying. She is lying. We all know it. We've got eyeballs. This is pretty much the only time I haven't agreed with Ilona from Shakara Transformations on Amber's weight, because she uses a lot of filters and a lot of lighting and angles, and when you catch glimpses of her at certain angles or when the filters aren't filtering, you can see just how big she really is. I think she gained more than what she claims, and I think she weighs a lot more than what she says. And guys, what can I say about Emily? I'm not calling her Tommy. I don't believe in this made up name bull crap, whatever. I heard Emily might not even be her real name, but for now we're going with Emily. She's definitely a feeder. She's definitely into the feeder fetish thing, and Amber can deny it all she wants, but this is like a match made in heaven. Amber wants to be able to do what she wants. She wants someone to tell her she's beautiful and perfect. She doesn't want to have to give up her food, and she wants attention from a partner and to seem desired. This is like the best for her. So I think it's going to be what ends her, but we'll see. So anyways, let's get into this. I will, if I remember, put a timestamp in the description for those of you who don't want to hear the rambling at the beginning. I hope the audio and everything is okay. Show a little bit of grace. I think I set it up right. Whenever Streamlabs, which is my streaming software and my recording software, whenever it updates, it seems to reset a bunch of things. And I think I have it set okay, but let me know how it sounds and I'll keep tweaking it as I go. Anyways, Amber's sped up. She's at 1.25, and let's get into this.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So I'm looking hectic. Like,
First of all, I am so over this freaking hectic thing. I'm hectic. I'm so hectic. It's like you aren't even using the word appropriately. It's like, stop trying to make fetch happen, Amber. You know what I mean? It's just, I haven't been able to tolerate her much lately. And her whining, her foodie, you know, the girls, but the live streams I couldn't sit through. I thought about reacting to them. I cannot get through her live streams. She sucks at live streaming. She doesn't read things out loud. It's bad. It's annoying. She acts drunk. She acts ditzy. She's sitting there with Emily on the phone. Right? I can't do it. But and I know she's going to sit here and talk about, oh my God, what is that drink doing? What? Oh my God, guys, there's a drink sitting here. It's like, okay, that's unneeded. Well, it's needed to pad out the video. But this is like bullcrap. One, that she's overacting, like so overzealous about something that's very minor. And two, she could have seriously just cut this out. But she's clearly needing every little bit of what she can throw in here to make her 8-minute mark for the video, because she's not even feigning trying with her videos anymore.
I have a drink right there. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. My brain just like went somewhere else completely. I had this Sprite sitting on my
you're a
counter.
dumbass,
I don't remember taking that out, but it was literally yesterday because I accidentally dropped it and I was like, can't open that now because I know it'll explode. Anyways, sometimes my brain just goes from like here to there to there to here. But I've been feeling like self-conscious with no makeup on.
And it's like, with this lighting and stuff, she doesn't look the worst, but she always generally looks very washed out, lacking vitamin D, obviously, because she doesn't go out into the sun or anything. If she's not going out with her mom to do something, she doesn't leave her house, so she doesn't get any natural sunlight or anything. She just looks generally unwell. The circles under her eyes are a lot darker. It's because she's just unwell in general. I don't care how good her blood work might be. Her body is struggling, and with Emily being around and there's no push to lose weight, it's only going to get worse.
I don't know. It seems like whenever I don't have makeup on, people are just like, damn, you're ugly. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
Well, Amber, people are allowed to have that opinion. And I personally think when Amber does her hair and her makeup, she looks nice. I don't think she's the prettiest thing, but she looks really nice sometimes. And, you know, and most people do when they put effort in. But the fact is that, Amber, you're never going to truly be attractive because, one, your personality is horrid. The way you treat people, you're clear, as we know now, lack of respect for other people's relationships other than your own. And your body, you're doing nothing to make your body fitter, healthier, more active. That's why you will always be perpetually unattractive to me.
Obviously, that makes me feel super self-conscious because I already like actually think that. And
girl, you don't think that. Don't listen to her. She thinks she is hot shit. She only ever looks at herself from the chest up, and she loves how she looks. That's why. And then she ignores the problems with her legs and shelf and all that. So that's why she's she's not going to change unless she is ever truly unhappy with how she looks and how she feels. That's why I've been so frustrated, because I truly hate, and I mean hate, how I look, how I feel, and I desperately want to change it. And I am working hard on it. I'm buckling down. I know the weight will come off. Okay. I know it's coming off slowly because I am doing my measurements. I'm putting up little shorts every day to kind of update you guys if you want to check those out at the end of the day. Just little 1-minute blurbs. But the scale's not moving as quickly as I want. But I am taking progress pictures and I'm checking my measurements. And my measurements are changing. So it's frustrating to not see the movement on the scale, but I know progress is being made. And I also know that I am just, pardon my language, so metabolically fucked right now and messed up that I think, and it's not uncommon for your body to have to kind of go through a period of healing. The insulin resistance needs to improve and the hormones need to regulate. And then I think I'll be able to tap into the fat stores more appropriately and the weight will come off at a more at a rate that's not so frustrating. But I know it is changing. I'm really digging my heels in, but it's very time consuming. But I will go through that because I want it, because I'm genuinely unhappy and I want to be better. Amber doesn't want to be better because she already thinks she's the greatest freaking thing. And that's why until she is ready to change and truly is unhappy with her situation, we're never going to see a change in her. Now that Emily, as Jordy affectionately calls her, the Grim Reaper, and he's not wrong, until she's gone, it's going to get bad, guys. It's definitely going to get worse before it gets better. And as much as I dislike Amber, I don't wish that on her. I don't wish poor health on her or more weight gain or unaliving. But like, this is a reality of being super morbidly obese most of your life. And then most of your adult life being like super morbidly obese. She's 5'2", 5'3". Her body, she's been maintaining over 500 pounds more or less for years. At some point, it's gonna like be over it. Same with Foodie. I gotta make a couple videos on Foodie and stuff, and Anna. These girls are just they're playing a game they're not gonna win in the long run. And I'm sorry if I'm really rambly and long-winded. I haven't talked to you guys in literally almost 2.5 months. Barely talked to anybody other than family in 2.5 months, and my dog, of course. And I guess it's all just coming out.
And makeup does make me look better. I know. And when my hair's down and stuff.
It does. It makes anybody look better. Some people like the natural look, but I love makeup. I'm a makeup girl. I bought myself some new makeup. You're going to see some fun, funky little looks just for the hell of it, you know? So do your makeup, girl.
My hair's up like this. People are like, oh, look, the poop bun or the depression bun. And I'm just like, no, I literally just didn't feel like wearing my hair down. Like,
Amber, you've always said, and we've always seen, once you like got someone on the hook and you feel pretty confident about it, the effort stops, right? Like, we haven't seen the bun and almost no makeup in Amber, what? Since she moved to Oklahoma, since a little bit before that, she's always, for the most part, been presenting herself made up in some way. Now she's not trying because, ooh, she's got Emily on the hook. She's nabbed. She's in for it. So, you know, Amber feels comfortable and she feels like she only tries to get what she wants, and then there's no more trying.
It's been hot here in the hundreds, and I will say it is cooling down.
Girl, thankfully. I hear you.
This is literally me just saying, yeah, I get it. I don't look the greatest, but I don't want to stop myself from filming just because I don't feel like wearing makeup, because I do need my face to breathe sometimes, and I really want to start filming more.
Well, the thing is, though, is like she doesn't really go out and sweat or anything, so I don't think her skin is particularly looking bad because of wearing excess makeup and stuff like that. Her skin just looks bad because she's dehydrated and she's overfed but undernourished. She doesn't have a vitamin and nutrient-rich diet, so that's gonna show. And you know, the inflammation and just the general malaise of her body, it's gonna. Your skin is a good representation of what's going on internally, and that's why Amber always looks kind of sallow and tired and, you know, just blah.
Ew. This video is obviously about my weight because so many people are like, Amberlynn, your face is looking a little bit like a moon. Have you stepped on that scale? And I did. I stepped on it over a month ago, and I was at my lowest weight. I was at 467.
I'm going to tell you right here, I don't believe that for one freaking minute. Guys, I do comparison videos and pictures, and I'm telling you, there is no way that this lying bitch was at 467 pounds. There's no way she was in the 460s and she was within 60 to 80 or 100 pounds of when she broke up with Crystal. Like, let me know in the comments. Do you guys really believe this? Until I see a legitimate weigh-in, not a ceiling weigh-in either, Amber, I do not believe it. I knew she wasn't going to stick with Ozempic. Whenever she was taking it this last time, she wasn't making any changes to her diet. And so you knew she was going to fail. I don't even think she was on it as long as she told us she was, but
that was actually after I ended up getting cellulitis. I did not tell you guys that, but I did get cellulitis in my lymphedema leg which does happen a few times a year, unfortunately. No matter how clean you are, it's really easy to get cellulitis in your lymphedema, especially like the first time I ever got it, I was 16. So I'm very prone to it now. And
let me tell you something. Yes, you do get more prone to getting cellulitis once you've had it. If you're not 100% sure what it is, to put it in basic terms, like there's like skin rashes and infections and abrasions. Well, cellulitis goes down. It can go down like through all 3 levels of the skin, and it can be very deep, and it can be very, very bad. It can move quick. It gets very hot and inflamed and red and swollen and infected. It can cause a lot of people to become septic. People lose their lives because of this. They end up needing days and days of IV antibiotics. Sometimes it causes like a lot of like gangrene, necrotizing of the flesh around the wound and the cellulitis, and people end up needing debridement or losing parts of a limb because of cellulitis. It's such a serious thing, and she just blows it off. Oh yeah, I got it again. And then the more you take antibiotics, the more, especially if you're taking them regularly, and she seems like she's taking them a few times a year, you're going to become very resistant to it. And they're obviously giving her antibiotics that are the best for cellulitis, because there's some antibiotics that are kind of broad spectrum. They work for everything. Some don't work for everything, and they only work well for certain things. So, if she's diminishing the returns, so to speak, of the antibiotics, she's going to end up in a really bad way. And let me tell you something, guys. She specifically put that, doesn't matter how clean you are, blah, 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 because she wants us to believe that she's clean. Well, let me tell you, she clearly has open spots on her legs. There is no way. I would venture to guess the cellulite is happening somewhere on the lower part of her leg. I guarantee that leg has parts that have very large and open and swollen pores and redness and cracks and probably sections that weep and ooze. Sorry to be disgusting, but this is just the truth. Leaky legs because of her issues. So, that's going to be more prone to infection. She never wraps them to help with the circulation or anything. She's always wearing those dirty black pants. That's not helping. And the fact is that she cannot clean those legs properly. Imagine how heavy those legs are, especially the lower part. There's no way she can reach down there and lift her legs up, lift where her ankles cuff over her feet, clean, rinse, and dry appropriately in there, and then dress the skin appropriately, be it with ointments and powders and stuff like that. She can't do it. So that's why she keeps getting these infections. That's why she'll never show us the legs, because I guarantee they're freaking hideous. And they're going to be one of the things that really start giving her the most problems. The other thing is I guarantee she's at least pre-diabetic. I think if she's fully diabetic, she won't admit it because she doesn't want to hear that "I told you so's" from the haters. But that would also make her more prone to the cellulitis and the problems with her legs. And like I said, she doesn't. Now, Amber also could not wrap her legs appropriately on her own. She honestly needs a nursing assistant or a nurse to come in 4 to 5 days a week, help her shower. They can clean and dry and prep her legs and then wrap them, because she doesn't wrap them to help with the lymph fluid and the circulation and dressing them and putting bandages on the open spots. And she also doesn't elevate them. So she sits probably most of the time on her couch with her legs hanging down. And it's just this whole cellulitis thing, the leg thing, it's a recipe for disaster. She needs, like I said, at least 4 or 5 days a week for an hour or two in home nursing assistance, at least with her legs. I'm sorry that was a big long rant, but hopefully you learned something. I was just trying to explain why the cellulitis and the legs are such an issue, but at the end of the day, the legs are just yuck.
I'm telling you, when I get cellulitis, I get super sick. Like the shivers, I literally can't breathe.
Yeah, it kills people. I don't know how she isn't in the freaking hospital.
I have like 103 temperature. My heart's beating super fast. Like I have
Yeah, Amber, because you're getting a systemic infection.
bad infection. I'm like puking, can't eat for days on end.
I don't believe that. I believe she still tries to get that in there.
Before cellulitis, I think I was a good like 475. So lost some weight. I always gain weight back like super quickly after I have cellulitis. I don't
Because you start eating. That's why Foodie, after she was sick, gained that weight back. Because you go back to eating, and not just eating, but eating in excess. So if she went back to eating and only ate like 1,800, 2,000, 2,500 calories a day, she might gain a little bit, but it would level off and she would keep losing. The fact that she gains so much weight shows you she goes right back to eating 4,000 or 5,000 or more calories a day.
I don't know what it is, but it literally happens. And then on top of that, I stopped semaglutide. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much Ozempic.
You were honestly wasting it though, Amber. She was wasting it because she never had intention. Look at this still. She never had intentions of changing. And that, guys, that's like one of the problems with these drugs. One, they want people to be on them forever. Two, yes, they give you weight loss, but not a huge amount of weight loss, comparatively speaking. And three, people are not being taught and advised to change their lifestyle, particularly their dietary habits, while they're on these. They just keep eating the same shit. They just don't eat as much of it. And we saw that with Amber. So of course she didn't, switch to a more lower carb, anti-inflammatory diet. She didn't switch to eating more whole foods and cutting out all the carbohydrates and processed stuff with better ones and more proteins and stuff. So she was bound to fail because she did not want to succeed. And I'm telling you, it is not how it works, what she's saying about this medicine. There is no way the medication was working, and then she doubled the dose and suddenly it stopped working and it's not working at all. That doesn't happen. The problem for her was it was working, and she doesn't want her hunger to be controlled. She doesn't want to lose that euphoria and that dopamine feeling she gets from eating, and it was working. That's like saying, okay, I'm going to give you 10 milligrams of morphine for your pain. Okay, and it's working, but you still have a lot of pain, so I'm going to double the morphine to 20 milligrams. Oh, suddenly it doesn't work. No, you'd feel it. It would be working. So she's lying. She just doesn't want to come clean about why she quit it. I honestly think she did that again just for content. I don't think she has any desire to stop eating or losing weight, but she needed views.
A lot of people, especially people my size, like when you stop taking it, like you're gonna gain your weight back 9 times
because you don't change shit.
Out of 10. So I knew my appetite was coming back, and I was feeling it at the full swing of things. Like I literally had never felt hungrier in my life, and I was like, wow, this feels very reminiscent because I have done Ozempic before.
And I get offended when these girls talk about how starving they are and how hungry they're. Amber, Foodie, these girls, they don't know what true hunger actually feels like. It's insulting for people who do.
Afterwards, from my memory, I was like, I gained a lot of weight back the first like 3 to 4 weeks after I quit taking it. So I had to go back and I looked.
Because you pig out.
And I was right. I literally went and watched old vlogs. I ended up gaining 30 pounds in 3 weeks.
Guys, I can't imagine at my current weight, which is 181. Do you know how much I would have to freaking eat to gain 30 pounds in a month? I can't even fathom eating that much food, even junk food. I would be sick. I couldn't do it. So imagine how much she has to eat, what, 3,500, 3,800 calories just to maintain her weight. So tack on 30 pounds worth of calories on top of that daily. That is, Amber, that's an obnoxious, greedy, disgusting amount of food.
It was a little over 3 weeks, under 4 weeks. 30 pounds the first time I quit Ozempic. That was like 2 years ago, I'd say. Like that's hectic. That's a lot of weight. So when I saw that, and then I was like seeing the comments where people were like, girl, you're bigger than ever. And it's like, I know
she's not bigger than ever, but she's gonna get her biggest if she stays with Emily, but she's definitely getting back up there.
I noticed my weight gain a little bit, especially like in my face and like in my stomach area. So then I started getting into my head and I was like, oh my God, have I gained 30 pounds like what happened last time? So anyways, I did step on the scale today. And
you don't care if you gain that much weight, because the more you gain, the more Emily likes it. So you're going to do it readily. Can you imagine the videos that haven't slipped out, like the crumble cookie video that we don't know about? Alexis, girl, come on, spill some more tea.
And I did gain weight. It is correct. I've gained 17 pounds.
And she's so casual about it. I've gained weight, guys. It's correct. It's only 17. First of all, okay, I think she wasn't 467. I think she was still around 505, maybe 510. And I don't think she gained 17 pounds. I seriously think she gained 30 pounds again. I think she's up 25 to 35 pounds. I think she's currently closer to 540. I would say between 530 and 545. Let me know in the comments what you think, but I think she's been fudging the numbers by 25 to 40 pounds for some time now.
And it's not 30. It's not 30 in 3 weeks, but it is 17 in about 5 weeks, which
You're
is
gross,
kinda
Amber.
hectic.
That's a disgusting amount of food. Like, I don't even know, like, I do the, maybe if I remember, I'll do the math for how many calories excess that is if it was just 17 pounds, and you can see just how much it actually still is as far as eating. But I think she gained closer to 30.
I'm not gonna lie. It's so weird when I gain weight.
All you do is lie, Amber.
It is hardcore stored in my legs at first, but for some reason, it's in my face. I don't know. Full moon tonight is definitely happening. I'm not gonna lie to you.
She's
My
like,
initial
the
reaction was,
full moon is happening tonight, girl.
wow, I'm really proud that I didn't actually gain 30 pounds. I only gained 17, but it's like,
God damn it. See, this is what makes me mad. She's like, did you hear her? I'm really proud of myself that I only gained 17 instead of 30. This is the problem with these dumb ass girls. They are so proud of stupid freaking things that they shouldn't be proud of. She shouldn't be proud that she gained any weight. She shouldn't be proud when she maintains her weight. This attitude of being proud of everything and everything you do is worthy of praise and it's great and it's wonderful and nobody ever wants to freaking improve themselves or do better or have accountability. It's freaking bonkers. Like I said, I'm a Gen Xer. I grew up where it was tough love and this type of shit was not tolerated, and I would never think like this. So, I mean, Amber's like, I don't know how she ended up the way she has, but there is the word proud should not be coming out of her mouth right now.
that's not a victory. It's not. Like,
No,
I
it's
shouldn't
not,
be at
Amber.
all.
It's an epic failure. It's a humongous failure.
But like, I knew stopping semaglutide deep down, it was going to happen because it happened last time. So I did flirt with the idea of actually going.
See, and she's like, I knew it was going to happen when I quit because it happened last time. Well, why didn't you do something to prevent that? That's why if she would have been making changes, eating less, changing the type of food she ate, she could have mitigated that. You know what I mean? It's like,
back on semaglutide, but I was like, it wasn't really working.
there's no, Amber, it's not that the medicine wasn't working. You weren't working. The medicine was working. You were expecting it to do everything. You're not doing your part. There's no point in her taking any of these weight loss medicines or when she's not willing to make changes. You know what I mean? She's just taking medicine away from somebody else who might use it for the right reason and actually put in effort. She's selfish and greedy to use these medications.
For the first few weeks.
Do you hear Frodo? I'm sorry if you hear him sitting here doing his little thing. He's like right on my lap, right by the frickin' microphone, jumping and huffing and playing and play biting my hand and just roughhousing and being a little stinker. So my apologies.
Not for the second. Like when I doubled my dose, it was like my body was like, nah, we ain't gonna actually have
That's not what happened. That doesn't happen. You don't go from a medicine that's working, double or triple the dose, and suddenly it hasn't. That's not. Maybe in some realm it's physically possible. That's not the case. It's just Amber didn't want to change.
that work anymore. So with semaglutide, which is pretty much Ozempic, it helps with like your appetite when it comes to like down here, your down here appetite. I'm explaining this for dummies because it's how it had to be explained to me. So it's how I can explain it the best. But there is another weight loss injection, which is
okay, and she's also wrong because
the compounded version or off.
She's saying it like helps your hunger down there, like your stomach. And it does because it slows gastric emptying. So your stomach is essentially fuller for longer. But it is being reported that it absolutely works on your head hunger too. It calms food noise. It tends to numb or kind of take away the pleasure people get from eating or drinking or gambling. Like they're considering using it for other type of addictions because it does something in your brain to where those pleasure hits and dopamine hits and that enjoyment you get from these addictive behaviors, it doesn't hit. You know what I mean? So she's lying and she's wrong for saying that it doesn't do that because it very much does. She just didn't change. She didn't want to change.
How it had to be explained to me. So it's how I can explain it the best. Yeah. But there is another weight loss injection, which is Mounjaro. The compounded version or off-brand version or whatever it's called starts with a T. I'm not quite remembering it right now, but it helps with the receptors down here. But
I don't think it's a GLP-1, but it's similar. It's another popular weight loss drug.
Also in your brain. And that's one I've never done before.
Well, Amber, it does. And here's what she doesn't freaking understand. Nothing is going to work unless you actually want to eat less, unless you want to eat healthier and stop eating all the junk food. You're dating a goddamn feeder, Amber. You searched out, found one, know what's going on with her, and are actively in a relationship with her. There is no way you're going to do anything to actually try to lose some damn weight. So it's just a waste of money and a waste of medical resources for you to try any of this stuff.
So my girlfriend Tommy was like, try that. Like, try.
Your girlfriend Emily. We're not doing this childish. Let's make up nicknames. Her name is freaking Emily, just like Jade's name was Jade.
That instead, because that is another option. Because I was like, semaglutide's not working.
And it's really cute, guys, how she's trying to say that Emily was encouraging her to stay on the GLP-1s and to keep, Emily don't care. Emily likes them super, super, super big. I mean, Amber's skinny for Emily's tastes. So, Amber's just saying this stuff right now to try to save face with the whole feeder stuff and try to make Emily look good when nobody's buying it.
Like, when I first wanted to quit semaglutide, she was like, don't. Keep going, keep going.
Didn't.
My mom was like, don't. Keep going, keep going. And I was like, I'm not going to listen to anyone but myself.
And that's part of your problem, Amber, is you only ever listen to yourself. And look at what it's gotten you so far in life. Nothing.
But now that I'm realizing, like, I gained my weight back so fast. That's not what I want for my life.
Because you eat too much. You eat too much all the freaking time.
Like, I don't want to gain weight.
Yes, you do, because you want to keep Emily around. And if you lose a lot of weight, Emily's going to go find somebody else on Phoebe.
Not what I want. I like having better mobility. I like having better stamina. I like being able to move more and be more.
I am so tired of these giant fat women talking about their stamina. You don't have stamina, Amber. You don't have fluidity of movement. You don't have... Like, clinically, she would be probably considered only partially mobile. Like, her mobility is so impaired. So, get the hell out of here with that, Amber.
Fluid in my movement, and I like going out and like doing things, and I don't like my face to look so puffy. My girlfriend was like, how would I try Mounjaro with you? And I was like,
well, Amber, you have all those filters, so it doesn't matter.
You literally don't need it. Like, you literally don't. So, no, thank you. I appreciate.
Amber, I hate to break it to you, your girlfriend's overweight. Your girlfriend is clinically overweight. She may be clinically obese. So maybe she doesn't need Mounjaro or whatever it was, but she definitely needs to lose weight. And it's funny how she doesn't want to be super morbidly obese herself, but she likes the people she's with to be obese. I read somewhere that even her ex-husband was super morbidly obese and participated in a fetishy wrestling league for super morbidly obese people And unfortunately, I haven't seen anything. I'm behind on the farms. But I guess like there's been pictures of her kid floating around and stuff. And I guess even the kid is overweight. So it's very tragic. It's very sad. Emily likes to facilitate and encourage dangerous, unhealthy behaviors in people she's around. So
she get the support. If she wants to eat healthier with me or like count calories, like sure, but I don't want her to like go on a whole ass medicine just to support me, because I feel like she can do that in like several different ways and like actually starting a medication, because that's a lot. But I just thought that was sweet of her. So me going back on weight loss intervention is definitely something
so sweet of the feeder to pretend.
I am really truly thinking about, because I think I need it. Gaining weight, it's what I do. Like you guys saw the first video I've ever posted. Since then, I'm
mark your calendars, guys. Amber finally said something true. Gaining weight, it's what I do.
120 pounds.
What?
Since then, I need it. Gaining weight, it's what I do. Like you guys saw the first video I've ever posted. Since then, I'm up like 120 pounds.
She's trying to say she's only up 120 pounds from her. Okay, wait. When she first started, she weighed in at what, 363? So she's trying to say she's only up 120 pounds. She's only gained 120 pounds because she's like 483 or something. Get the hell out of here, Amber. You're so much heavier than that. And do we need to remind you that at one point, no matter what you say, she was well over 600 pounds. I would say Amber easily reached close to 650, 660. So to minimize it, Amber, oh, it's only 120 pounds and all of it's lipedema, that's just bullcrap.
My name's Amberlynn and I wanted to start.
And she's also been doing this quite a bit, where she
weight loss. I see a lot
I'm gonna mute this for a
of
second.
videos of other
Where she pads out the video with old footage from her other videos. And this is the only thing that's getting her past 8 minutes.
or something like that.
And even back then, Amber was already super morbidly obese for her height and everything. So, yikes.
I'm probably a little higher now. I'll be weighing in tomorrow, and I can make a video stating my weigh-in. My highest weight was 420, but that's my known weight, so it could be even higher than that.
It just seems like every single diet that I do, if I am successful in it, I'm successful. But then the minute I stop it,
You're not successful ever, Amber. You only do things for a couple of days, and you never do a diet just in theory the way it's supposed to be done. You always have to tweak things and come up with little shortcuts, and you always find something to change to do it how you want it and in a way that will allow you to justify still having the things you want to eat. So you never do a diet right. You don't do it long enough. You're not successful. You've never been successful with a diet. And yes, if you start a diet and then you stop it and go back to eating how you were, yes, you'll gain weight back. That's why they say don't be on a diet. Make lifestyle changes. That's why we tell you to improve your relationship with food, eat healthier things, find healthier replacements, learn to eat less. Damn.
I gained back weight, gained back even more weight, and it's just been a vicious cycle my whole life, like literally since I was 11. It's just something I've constantly struggled with. So what I'm gonna do now is literally just get back to the basics. I'm just gonna count calories. Like,
Okay, wait, let her finish.
calories in, calories out. It's literally that simple sometimes. I'm gonna allow myself what I want to eat. I have a calorie goal of how much I want to eat in a day. So what does that mean for like my channel and what?
It means just more of the same old, and the same cycle and the same old laughs for us. Amber, you can't count calories. It doesn't work for you. You don't do it right. You always underestimate. You still eat crap. And she said it right there, right? She said it right there. That tells you how much she's going to put in as far as change and effort. She said, I'm going to allow myself to eat what I want. I just have a calorie goal, and that she's probably already failed by the time I'm making this video. She's going to try to say, oh, I can only eat 1,600 calories a day, and which is not true. She can definitely eat more. She's going to try to restrict too much, and then she's going to secretly eat off camera. and she's not going to eat healthier. And the problem is she's still going to eat high inflammatory, high processed foods, high processed carbs, high sodium, lots of packaged stuff, takeout stuff. And that stuff all is not satiating. It's not nourishing, and it's going to spike her insulin, spike her sugar, then it's going to drop, and it's going to cause it's going to cause hunger, and it's going to cause her to want to eat constantly and constantly feel hungry, and it's going to cause her to get takeout, binge, go off track. She has to really overhaul her diet. And she's clearly not going to do that. This is just, oh, I can't believe after all this, I'm just going to go back to calorie counting and I'm going to eat what I want, even though that's never, ever, ever worked before. Like, dude, sometimes you have to suck it up and make big changes. Like, I, for the past year, have really, Frodo, dude, you sound creepy. I am so sorry if you hear him sitting there. Like, he's like just playing like crazy. He's so hyper. He hasn't gone on his walk yet today. He's going to go out later because it's been too hot. So we're going to go on a nice long walk this evening for about an hour or two. God, he needs it. But, I almost forgot what I was saying. But sometimes you need to like accept that you need to make drastic changes. Like, for the past like year, I've been trying to give myself a little more, because I do have a history of binging and stuff, and I kind of know what works for me, but I'm trying to play around with maybe being a little more lenient with the food, as far as like going more towards just the calorie counting route and allowing myself to have more carbohydrates if I want, some rice and some quinoa and things like that. And I've tried various different ways on and off for the past year, tried different foods, adding different foods, taking different foods out, and it hasn't worked. And I had to accept that what is going to work for me is going back to a strict low carbohydrate diet to kind of mitigate the insulin resistance, to help with the hormones and the PCOS and all that. And I can't just do low carb. I have to be really strict about it. I have to be very much ketogenic, sometimes straight carnivore, because right now desperate times call for desperate measures. And hopefully, as I get healthier, as I lose weight, as long as when my hormones are more regulated and I'm more insulin sensitive, I might be able to add back in some more of those carbs and stuff that I like in moderation. But I accept, okay, I did it. I tried for a year. I tried other ways, and it really didn't get me anywhere. So now I got to go back to this very strict route that worked for me a long time ago. And even now, what I did to lose weight low carb years ago before I had my son isn't working anymore. I have to be stricter. I just have to accept that. I either want to lose the weight and get healthy, or I want to eat the food. So, and that's a choice Amber's not willing to make. She will always pick, she wants the food. She wants to eat what she wants, and she does it. And that's the other thing. I have to fast. I'm fasting and stuff. I have to deal with being a little bit hungry sometimes. She won't do that. And that's her problem. No self-control, no self-discipline, no accountability, no desire to change.
What do you expect? I'm going to update you guys randomly, maybe do some what I ate today video.
Well, they're probably going to be lies, but you also need to start showing real weigh-ins. Come clean about what you currently weigh and just start fresh.
Some weigh-in videos. I'm just going to adjust as I go, whether that be with my calories, what I'm eating, the type of content I want to put up on my channel. It's very Amberlynn coded. Go with the flow. But one thing for sure, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on the weight loss. Not giving up on my YouTube channel. Like, you guys, so many of you are like, Amberlynn, you're my comfort.
That's scary. People who say that you're their comfort have problems.
That's where I know to go when I just need like similarity in my life, which, I'll take that as a compliment.
Well,
but
you're consistent. We know what to expect.
I haven't changed much. Like, my content, always been the same.
Yeah, you haven't. And you always talk about how much you changed. You haven't changed in years.
My weight loss journey's always been the same. I do like being in people's comfort, like in that way. That means a lot. But sometimes I'm like, do I need to switch it up a little bit? And I don't really know how I would, actually. But if you guys have...
If you could switch it up, Amber, if you actually made the freaking changes and lost the weight, people would watch that. You would have an influx of new viewers. Yeah, you would lose some of the feeders and the hate watchers, but you would get a new audience of people that want inspiration, and you could show them how you did it, show them the highs and lows of weight loss. And then you could go out and be a better vlogger, because you suck right now, and go out and do things and show them around Oklahoma. Maybe do some traveling like you say you want to do. But you're lazy. You don't want to do any of that.
Have some advice, definitely let me know. I actually literally have no idea what I'm talking about at this point. I'm kind of like rambling. There's a siren going on outside. I think it's a cue that I need to end my video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Okay, bye, Amber. Okay.
It's Lee.
That's a new video I'm going to watch.
Hey guys, welcome to
Okay, guys. So this new one was hectic, right? Me coming back and just letting it all hang out. I don't believe her weights, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I am going to be working on some new people to react to and new things. I want to react to diets and exercise and like weight loss success stories like I was before. Just everything in the realm of diet and weight loss and stuff like that, not just the locales. So, and keep you up to date on what I'm doing. So that makes way for a lot of different content on the channel, not just Amber and foodie and stuff like that. And as far as you guys watching, you know, watch what you want. If you don't want to watch the reviews on low carb diet, you know, but you want to watch Amber, okay, that's cool, whatever. Or if you like the success stories but don't want to watch the diet, you know, what, that's fine, that's cool. Just watch what you want. I'll keep everything organized in playlists, and I appreciate you stopping by and what you watch and the time you spend with me, regardless of if it's every video or one video. I appreciate you guys giving me some of your time and your view and your thoughts. Anyways, I'm going to let you go on this one. If you watched the whole video and you want to leave a comment down below for the algorithm to get me back in it, because so YouTube will like me again, I appreciate it. I will get my shit together and I will get my routine back and my style and everything. This was just kind of chaotic. Maybe I won't even upload this. Who knows? If you see it, you know I did. But I can't wait to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you're having a good one.